the on-campus playoff games are electric.
Electric, especially the way OU did it. There's something about a night game too. Like the day games are fine.
Yeah, they're okay.
Those night games, like I'm thinking back to like the Ohio State Tennessee game last season. That night game, that was electric. Ohio State came out in the all reds, like all scarlets. I'm gonna get yelled at by my fellow Ohio State fans here,
Yeah,
but
I've said red and white before, and they're like crimson cream. I'm like, but
we get it, we know. But yeah, it's like there's like this whole entrance thing, smoke and light shows and all this kind of stuff, and Oklahoma did it really well. And then friggin' 50 Cent comes out of nowhere. My mom texts me. I was like, what? This is ridiculous.
Not an OU fan. I think the hard to kill catchphrase like got him juiced, and
I agree. Yeah, and that Many Men song is like,
yeah,
like he got shot several times, and that's why he wrote that song.
Yeah, and the atmosphere at the A&M's atmosphere was unbelievable.
It was. It always is.
It's so good. Oregon, when we started that game, I can't remember if I might have been talking to Brittany, and I just said, you're about to watch the most underrated environment, college football. Because
people don't respect Eugene like they should.
The stadium doesn't look big. It's not designed in a way that like it looks like at Ohio State and at Oklahoma, the fans feel like they're on top of you.
Yeah.
And that stadium isn't designed that way. But that, the duck with the motorcycle, I mean, there's a bunch of people that I know just no offense to Oregon. Sometimes you play so late.
Yeah, the West Coast thing just really doesn't do them any favors.
Yeah, like I forget about some of their pregame stuff that's really, really cool. Ole Miss did a good job considering they knew that like it was this like going to take it's like a senior having to take a fourth grade math test. Like it was not going to be a good game either way, but the atmosphere was fantastic. I don't know why we don't just do this for the first two rounds.
It needs to be like the semifinals. That can go back to like the 14 playoff style, right? Like you got the two games. They're in the two of the 6 New Year's 6 bowls, and then you have your national championship later. Well, I guess they wouldn't be New Year's 6 bowls. They would have to move them off of New Year's to later in the season, and those can be neutral site games. But like, especially with the way that it's structured, the fact that your 1 through 4 get that bye. But then they also they get a week off while the other teams are getting a chance to like actually play a game. Games that they're probably way more talented and way outmatch their opponents for the most part. And then they get to come in and they get to play at a neutral site after being at their home environment, getting one more game at home. Like, it should be a reward for teams like Lubbock. There should be a home playoff game in Lubbock, Texas. There should be a home playoff game in Bloomington, Indiana. It's in Bloomington, right? I always forget where. There's like 17 Bloomingtons out there, right? Like Ohio State. I mean, we had a home game last year, and it was electric. I would love for there to be a home game in December in Columbus, Ohio, every single year.
Yeah, and people are like, well, then let's all just like for a second, let's just be a little honest. The fact that the semifinals is the Peach Bowl and Fiesta Bowl, is dumb. It should be the Rose. I'm not a fan of the Rose Bowl. I think it's the most overrated venue in college football. But from a historical significance standpoint, it should be the Orange Bowl and the Rose Bowl for the semifinals every single year. That should be the two that stay. Those stay. The Goodyear Cotton Bowl is not even played at the Cotton Bowl.
No,
so people are like,
Stadium.
So you're gonna play the Sugar Bowl. You're not gonna play it at wherever. We're not playing the Cotton Bowl at the Cotton Bowl. We're playing it in Dallas.
Yeah,
we're playing in Arlington at Jerry World. Like, who can't call it whatever you want? I don't care what you call the game. You want to call it the All-State Sugar Bowl and it's being played in wherever? Who cares?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I really have never thought that the bowl games should be the college football playoff games. I think they should be separate entities altogether. And that would give more, because last year, like the run that Ohio State went on, like they won the what bowl games did they win? They beat Oregon in the Rose Bowl. They beat Texas in the, was that the Cotton Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they went to win the national championship. So they literally lifted 3 trophies
Yeah.
in the span of 4 game for a 4-game tournament that they went on to win it. Like that's ridiculous, right? Like historically speaking, 30 years from now, when people go back to look at like that 2024 Ohio State championship team, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, they won the Rose Bowl, the Cotton Bowl, and the national championship in the same season." Like that's just dumb.
It is, and because people that want to talk playoff expansion, they're always like, "Well, look at the men's college basketball tournament." I mean, yeah, but we don't hand out trophies in the Elite Eight and the
Yeah,
Final Four and the national championship.
yeah. Like they've got to figure something out there, because that just is like yeah, celebrate winning it. Like there could be some sort of trophy thing for the whatever semifinal game, the quarterfinal game, the first round, those things. But like
Or
it
be
doesn't
for
need it.
fanatics to sell more T-shirts.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be the Rose Bowl. Like
No,
I don't need the second round of the playoffs to be a team putting a rose in their teeth. They still have 2 more games to play after that.
yeah,
Like biting a rose at the end of the Rose Bowl means your season's done.
yes,
Like that's what it has always meant. And I'm a Big Ten guy. The Rose Bowl was the Big Ten bowl game. It was the Big Ten Pac-12 game. It was the end of the season for whatever teams were in there. But now the way that it's structured, there's 2 more games left.
yeah. I mean,
Job's not done.
let's say the bracket had shaken differently, and Oklahoma beats Alabama, and they're playing in the Orange Bowl. In my head, there are pictures of on campus where we've got our like guy that's throwing out seed, that statue, and they always put oranges in his little satchel. That's like, hey, we're headed to the national championship. No, you'd be headed to the quarterfinals. Who cares? Like,
Yeah, it's like you're still so far away from winning anything of relevance at that point.
yeah, and if you were to put a truth serum in me and you said, okay, Aaron, you can only keep 3 venues and the national championship has to be played in the same place every year. Okay, I've said it since April. The national championship should never be played anywhere but Dallas Cowboys AT&T Stadium. It's the best venue in the entire country. You put it in Dallas, it's in the middle of the country. Everyone can travel to it. We don't get, because I can hear Alabama fans right now complaining. I can hear Alabama fans now complaining. Yeah, but Georgia always gets, to play closer to home than everybody. Okay, cool. We'll put it in Dallas. Nobody's complaining there.
Yeah.
Would it suck to not have the Sugar Bowl and the Cotton Bowl and the Peach Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl anymore? No, it actually wouldn't suck. I don't know that I don't know that I would wake up the day after a national championship, go, though, I really miss the Fiesta Bowl. I don't think I would do that. I would go, you're telling me that Oregon had to, they hosted a playoff game and they got past it, but then they had to go play in Lubbock for their second round against a team who's just been sitting there foaming at the mouth for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and a fan base that has felt disrespected all season long.
Yeah. Let's say you get past them. Let's say Oregon gets past them and you go, man, their road was crazy. Same thing for Ohio State. Let's say Miami, Miami had to go into. Imagine if you're Miami and this is your resume. If somehow you could, in a weird Twilight Zone world, win a national championship, and we're looking at your road to a national championship, you had to play at A&M and at Ohio State. By the
Two
time
not easy places to play
by the
historically.
time you get to the semifinals, I'm picking you. I don't even care whatever. I don't care what the
Yeah.
whatever the you're winning the national championship.
Yeah, you win 2 road games and then you go play a neutral site game.
Yeah.
100%. I'm picking that team probably.
I mean, it seems silly. Alabama, Indiana at the Rose Bowl, is that cool? Yeah, but the best bowl games that we have are in the quarterfinals this year.
Wrong. The best bowl game we have took place today in Boca Raton, and the winner got a giant vat of baked beans served to them by Keegan Michael Key. Dude, there is nothing better than college football. That was crazy. But I want to throw this idea out there, and it's been something that's been kind of going around in my brain, and I've been hearing some other people talk about this on the internet for a while. We're thinking about the college football playoff completely wrong. We're calling it a 12-team playoff. That's not what it is. It's an 8-team playoff with 4 play-in games. Give me more group of 5 teams. If it's play-in games, I don't care. Like if it's a play-in game and then they're going to go into an 8-team playoff after those 4 play-in games, I don't need play-in games from numbers 18 through 13. I don't need those. Those teams aren't winning national championships. No shot. Give me the play-in games for 5 through 12. The winners of those games are the deciders on who is going to play the top 4 teams in an 8-team playoff. And then you've got your tournament there. The 8 best teams in the country. Give or take a couple that probably got left out this year for weird rules that were written beforehand. And if you think about it that way, it's completely changed the way that I viewed like those games last week. I'm like, oh, Tulane has a chance to make it into the 8-team playoff if they win this playing game against Ole Miss. JMU has a chance to make it into the 8-team playoff if they are able to go in and pull this one off against Oregon.
Yeah, it's a good way to think about it, because if you think about the NFL playoffs, the wild card games are always
Those are technically play-in games.
they're wild.
They are wild card games. Yeah.
Every year you like if you got something you got to do, you go, I can miss the first round of the playoffs. I cannot miss the wild card games because they're going to be bonkers. They're 2 teams that are playing for their life to get into the playoff, even though technically they're a
It
part
is the
of the
playoffs.
playoff.
Yeah, they're one of the bottom 3 teams. They're wild card teams. Yeah, it's kind of like that same thought because after that is the divisional round.
Right.
And then you've got the conference championship games, and then you've got the Super Bowl. It'd be the exact same thing here, except 4 teams get buys instead of just 2, like in the NFL with 4. Because they have a 14 team playoff in the NFL. This is 12 with 4 buys instead of 14 with 2 buys.
Yeah, I would almost be okay with like if there had to be, yeah, 'cause I think you need 8 solid teams to start the playoff.
Yeah, and you need those 4 teams that are going to be hosting the play-in games.
Yeah, and you're going to need, like, how much fun would it have been to see a Notre Dame versus a Tulane?
Yeah.
Like, to take those teams that like if you said, okay, Texas, great, you got to line up and play so and so to get in. Like, you're going to have to get in just to do away with all of this mess that we have so much time. I mean, we're going to play football all the way to the 19th. We have so much time between games. It's so dumb.
Yeah, honestly, the break from round 1 until the second round is kind of insane.
And if I have to hear one more person say, well, they're kids and they need to go home for Christmas. First of all, they're paid athletes, number 1.
Yeah, they don't
Number
care.
2, NFL guys do it in fact, there are NFL guys who, like,
they have families. They have
yeah,
children.
And if your team gets picked to play on Christmas, you are like, dude, I get to play on Christmas Day.
Yep. Go Broncos.
Like, Netflix has those games this year. It's that big.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you're telling me if you told a 19, 20, 20-year-old kid, hey, would you rather go home and spend time with your family who's just going to be a bunch of people asking you 1,000 questions about playing football? Or would you like to take you and your boys and you're going to go play on national television the week of Christmas? They're
Yeah.
all going to say that. They're not going to, yeah, they're all going to say,
You want to go to Pasadena, California, the week of Christmas? You tell that to any kid from the Big Ten, they'll be like, hell yeah.
yeah, I don't want to be up there with that this nasty snow anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. And then too, the second part of my thought process with this 12-team thing being actually an 8-team playoff with 4 play-in games. We've mentioned this before, moving the bowl games to the beginning of the season.
yes,
Those matchups are based on the prior season's record. So that fixes your scheduling issue because you're going to get games like, I mean, what are some of the bowl games that we've got coming up that aren't the college football playoff this season?
well, if Notre Dame had, if that was the Notre Dame would be like, sure, we'll play in the Pop Tart Bowl. We don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's the first game of the season.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it's that Maui Invitational.
we would be getting BYU and Georgia Tech at the beginning of the year.
Penn State, Clemson.
Here for that.
Yeah, like that would be amazing. I mean, LSU Houston might be actually a really good game next year too. Tennessee, Illinois, USC, TCU, Iowa, Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how you start off your season. And it still gives those bowl games like a chance to, like, it's not finishing off the football season. You get to kick off the football season.
And I heard this taken, and it was somebody that was saying that it makes no sense and it's so stupid. I will say it till I am blue in the face. One of the best things in college sports in general for now a decade has been things like the Maui Invitational and what used to be the Nike game that became the Jordan game and now it's something else, where college basketball knows that they're going to have a problem getting fans on board because they're starting their season in the middle of college football season. So they put these crazy invitationals together, and teams that you will never see match up anywhere else other than the NCAA tournament play each other in these locations that we would never see them play in. It's what kicks off the college basketball season, and
Yeah.
it works. It works unbelievably well. I mean, there was a year for the the Jordan tournament, where it was Florida. It was all Jumpman schools, so it was like Florida, Oklahoma, North Carolina, and Michigan. And those 4 teams, and at the time, those 4 teams were like Final Four teams, but like a couple of years that they all showed up, played in the Jordan game.
Yeah.
So, and I get there's so much money tied to the bowl games. It's like, well, we can't just do away with them. Okay, put them at the beginning of the year. And here's what it will fix. It'll fix the attendance problem.
100%. You won't have players opting out of the bowl games. You're going to get your bowl games. You're going to get your bowl game with South Florida in it with Byron Brown playing quarterback.
Yes.
That's a positive, in my opinion. And then if you do that, if also fix the scheduling at the beginning of the season where everybody's complaining about, well, who they didn't play anybody in their non-conference schedule. This time they did. They played a team that had a similar record to them last season, that had a similar strength of schedule. I don't know what all goes into like choosing the teams for the bowl games on that selection whatever day where they select all the bowl games. But like that criteria is what is picking these games the following season. And if you don't have all the ridiculous bowl games after the conference championship season or after the conference championship games, take a week off for the Armed Forces game, Army Navy. That should be the only college football game on that weekend.
Yep.
And then the week after that, first round of the college football playoff, the 4 play-in games happen. And then you're done playing football. You have a national championship by the time that the current transfer portal opens.
Yes.
Like that, like we just fixed college football right there. Play your bowl games at the beginning of the season. First 2 rounds are on campus. The first round is considered the play-in games. Second round is the top 4 teams that had a bye are hosting the winner of the play-in games. That starts your 8-team playoff. You have a national championship game by the time the transfer portal opens.
And if you're someone like that works in college football, here's the thing because we all know what the NCAA cares about more than anything else. The amount of money that will be generated from the first week of the college football season when it's nothing but bowl games will be astronomical.
100%. I mean, we're talking like we just listed some of those games: Nebraska, Utah, Michigan, Texas, Arizona State, Duke, Iowa, Vanderbilt, USC, TCU, Tennessee, Illinois. Like, those are great matchups.
And people are already driving for good beginning of the year out of conference games. Like when Oklahoma played Michigan, that place was a zoo.
Oh, 100%.
Like, so you're telling me that you couldn't go to like, hey, we're gonna do this. Here's the amount of money your town's gonna make an extra $7 million in revenue from just the effect of the game being in town. Would you rather have that or
on a random Saturday in August?
Yeah, or would you rather have Toledo play Alabama? I don't want it Toledo, Alabama week 1.
That can be week 2, week 3, or week 11 because that's the way that the SEC does it.
Yeah, dude, put that game somewhere. You're going to play it either way. And we would be able to really quickly get a barometer on who's got a lot of work to do through the season and who is like, hey, this team can play ball.
And that helps your first AP poll.
Yes.
You have a way better idea who's good, who's not good.
This fixes our Texas and Notre Dame problem.
Right away.
Where Texas is like, oh, we didn't. Okay. Well, every year, your first week, you're going to get a chance to really prove to the entire country that you are it. If you don't win that game, good news. You got like 12 weeks.
You got 11 more left. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You got a lot of weeks to fix it.
And that's plenty of time. As we saw, Bama lost to Florida State week 1.
Yep.
That was a great game. Everybody tuned in to watch that. And because Alabama lost, they had a chance to correct everything over the course of the rest of the season. I mean, I think that is the only way to solve the bowl game issue, the opt-out issue, the fact that the transfer portal opens midway through the college football playoff. Like, it solves so many issues, and it allows the college football playoff to start earlier.
Which it needs to happen because I'm already trying. Like, my brain is already switching to. And it started last year too. Just start switching into NFL mode.
Yeah.
Like, New Year's hits and I start switching into NFL mode. Well, I got like 3 more weeks football. So
yeah, last year, the first year of the 12 team, like, it took me a second to be like, oh my God, it's late January and I'm still needing to be like buck-eyed out.
Yeah, it's just weird.